What's happening in the collective consciousness now is that collectively the heart is staging a mutiny on the mind, because the mind has subjugated the heart in our consciousness, in our systems, in our social constructs, in our ideas of reality, our ideas of meaning, and everything else. So it's actually very scary when those heart walls come down, because freedom is scary. Heart freedom is scary. And people that have been doing their dying in their heart for the past couple of years, preparing for the collapse of this old earth and all of its systems and the new energy of this new earth, kind of like we're at the beginning starting line right now, it feels, these people will be thriving in this new energy. But the souls that have gone through it will now be leading and directing and teaching other souls about this consciousness. This new consciousness will be sort of like collective heart birth, because we've never known that. And who are we when the sort of playing field is leveled? And global events make it such that, your money goes down the drain, the economy collapses, we're all, functioning in this reality where there's no technology, whatever it is. It doesn't really matter. All this stuff's going to start crumbling down because the energy of the earth is changing. And this heart consciousness will be prevailing, but it's just taking a while to just cleanse all this junk and density off it, and all these old mind-rooted programs and distortions, really. We're coming into an age of God's will, divine will, universal law, universal harmony, universal order. And the more you resist that, and the more you try and hold on to your old character, money and ladders and achievements and certainty and categorizations and all these little things where we externally orient our reality through TV, through entertainment, through all these things, and we don't even think, none of this is real. The only real currency is heart connection. The only real currency is what you feel in your heart. It's the only real energy, and that's really the motherboard, the control panel to this whole thing is the heart, and that's what we're learning. But when you've lived in a society that has essentially taught you to be heart-plegic and told you that that's normal, yeah, it's deeply terrifying, because we've never processed all this sadness, all this fear, all these things in our heart. And we're like, oh, I don't even know what this is. I'm supposed to be being numbed out by sports and entertainment and my job all day long. Now I have to look inside my heart and create my own values, create my own meaning. I thought the television and the institutions were supposed to do that for me, and the family values, because they're all supposed to be running seamlessly. But what happens when they all collapse? Now you go into yourself and you say, what is reality? What am I actually? Why am I alive? Why do we exist? Now we're being forced to be humbled. What are we when we don't have all this crap in our way? And how are we going to start using this actual real heart currency? And will it take us to heights of wealth, of real wealth, of heart wealth, never previously before seen, because we had illusory ideas of money wealth and external wealth and, competition, materialism, consumerism, domination. But what if real wealth is achieving greatness as one collective society, one country, one world? And what if that could take the consciousness to new collective heights never before seen? But first, we all got to give up our ego. We got to give up our attachment to the mind and our obsession with controlling things, our obsession with identity, our obsession with characters. It's just this childish existence that we were all taught. And it's not your fault, because we all have those imprints of narcissism, of materialism, consumerism. We don't even know, and now we're being forced to examine it. And it's not always fun, but surrender to the heart, because we're going to be going on a ride in these new times. But if you've been preparing for it, it's going to be beautiful, because you're going to be tapped into that heart wealth. And you know that money can't control your reality, all these other things, these external constructs and social systems collapsing. Because if you got that heart wealth, you got that heart connection, everything stems from there. That's how we create a new world.